because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. And that last throw, Charles, an important one stat-wise for this young rookie. It puts him over 4,000 yards passing for the season.
And you think about some of the great seasons by rookie quarterbacks.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. No problem there on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Pats at the line ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
A big play there for the Patriots. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll look to throw here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Uses the stiff arm, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Ramsey. And that's incomplete.
And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Off the play fake, Ramsey. Eluding the pressure right. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, and now it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That's caught by Myers. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
They'll look to throw again. Looking deep downfield. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot. There on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here, as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ramsey, open man. He completes it to Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. Touchdown! Travis Kelsey. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And that makes it 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now, as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones got his man there, complete to Gallup. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. That's caught once again by Gallup. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Here's 2nd and a yard. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here.
And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Edwards-Helaire.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
At the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now Jones. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. On 4th down, Jones. He's got it. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And that will force a turnover on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunk.
There he goes left side. The 40. The 20. 10. 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Jones. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Draymond Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. An update now from out in Southern California. Chargers have jumped out to an early lead over the Raiders. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Well, under pressure, and down he goes. Tershawn Wharton. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
These two teams making their final adjustments before coming out for the second half. And for the call, we go back out to Denver and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Off play action. Ramsey, he's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. Back to throw. Ramsey looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rolling to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running, because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the 1st down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's got this down to the 35.
Couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Jones on 1st down.
They'll fire this deep for Gallup.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Michael Gallup with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Patriots are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play, because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Back to throw. Jones. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Touchdown, Patriots. Michael Gallup from 8 yards out, and the Patriots have retaken the lead. Extra point safely through, and that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Ramsey. He's going to wind up and air it out.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Draymond Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. To try again after the sack. Jones firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play there for the Patriots. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Jalen Reagor with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Patriots are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
The point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
To throw on 3rd down, Ramsey. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
And now on is the field goal unit. And boy, this is speculative at best, crazy at worst.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Eric Wilson in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
New England on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9.
This is 3rd and 7. And that'll set them back 5.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Looking to throw. Jones. Going to take a shot for Gallup. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Michael Gallup.
69 yards.
And the Patriots are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point up and through. And the lead is up to 18 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. The Broncos on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Ramsey escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through the...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
And you get deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Ramsey airing one out for Crowder. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
He's going to let it go again. And this is caught. Touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. The extra point up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Patriots,
they get an all-important 10th win to move them to 10-6 with 1 week to go.